were shooting.
Hang on.
Yeah. Okay, we're here.
Go ahead and shoot me.
Damn! Trying to.
Shoot me. Shoot on the ground. Shoot me.
Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
Shoot me. You have to shoot me.
Damn it. Are they shooting him? Did I shoot him? You asshole. Oh my God! Hold still. Hold still. Stay down.
I can't
Is he dead? Don't get out. I'm EMT! I'm EMT! Stop it. No!
Are you hit?
No, I'm EMT! Help him! No, hold on. Hold on. Don't do anything. No shooting. Don't do anything. The door's shut. Where the hell is Levoy?
Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. Now, David and I just saw the shocking footage released by the Oregonian right after they've already come out and said that Levoy Finicum's murder was justified. Now we have raw cell phone footage from Shauna Cox inside the vehicle that proves that they were shooting at them beforehand, completely going against the actual narrative of the story that the feds came out with in the first place. I mean, what are your first thoughts on seeing this video?
You know, it was really heart-wrenching to look at this. I got to say, what I saw there was murder and attempted murder of 3 other people in the vehicle. You can see what's happening, and the way the video is set up, and again, it was put up on the Oregonian site, but it was released by the Sheriff's Department. Duchesne, is that the way you pronounce it? Deschutes, okay. Deschutes County released this. They're the ones who are doing the investigation. This comes on the day that law enforcement has told us that the shooting of Levoy Finicum was justified. This flies in the face of that. This is an outrage that they would put this up there, that they would say that law enforcement is justified. How are you justified in shooting a man with his hands up? And you can see that that's what happened here. You can see that they're taking pot shots for a very long time at the people who are in the car. And the way this video is set up, they superimpose the cell phone footage from Shauna Cox, who is in the vehicle, in the back seat with Victoria Sharp, with Ryan Bundy. Levoy Finicum is driving. Okay, so she's taking it from the back corner, so you can see what's going on. They superimpose that with the footage from the FBI. And here's the thing, Joe. We've said from the very beginning, this footage from the FBI, along with their phony, lying narrative, was set up to hide this murder. They did a very low resolution aerial footage without sound, so you can't tell what's going on. You can't tell when the shots were fired. They've done this from the very beginning. That was a video that mainstream media went with for a very long time. That was a video that everybody saw. Now, after they say, well, it's a justified shooting, now you can see what happens. You can hear when the shots are fired. You can see that they're shooting them as they're driving up to the barricade. You can see that they're shooting Levoy Finicum as he gets out of the car with his hands up to take fire away from the rest of the people in the vehicle. He was a hero to take the fire, to sacrifice himself for those people in the car, yet they still tried to shoot the people in the car. Totally outrageous.
Yeah, and that kind of goes with the entire point that we were trying to make back when it happened. They said that he was reaching for a gun. In fact, you hear those shots first as the hands are going up. Yeah. So that could possibly be him reaching in pain, going, oh my God, I just got shot. And then they go, and they're going in after that and continuing to shoot. Now, after Levoy's dead laying there in the snow, they continue to shoot again. That's when Ryan Bundy takes a shot as well. And you can see the glass shatter. And they also continue to fire what seems to be beanbag rounds to break the glass so they can then shoot in the tear gas that they did. And all you can hear is Victoria Sharp, a very young girl, scared, crying, praying. Yeah. You know, the entire conversation leading up to this, no one was like, I've got a gun, I'm going to make this last stand. The guy just said, if you're going to shoot me, do it. Stop wasting my time. I'm trying to go meet the sheriff in Grants Pass.
You can follow us. We're on our way to see the sheriff. You can follow us. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, Joe. And again, they did this so that they could hide what they had done. And we've had a law enforcement officer look at this and critique what these people did. The 2 guys who came up appeared to be the ones when he was still standing. There were shots that were being fired at him as he got out of the vehicle with his hands up. Then he walks a little bit further out, and in the video that the FBI released, you can see one guy coming from where the blockade was, and he is shooting at Levoy Finicum, and he points out this guy has exposed himself to hostile fire from the vehicle if, in fact, there are dangerous people in there. They're treating this guy as if he is a threat to their lives, and yet he's coming out of a vehicle. They don't know who's in this other vehicle, the vehicle that stopped, but they feel that they have to shoot this guy with his hands up, okay, exposing himself to fire from the vehicle. Then they pull back and they shoot at the vehicle, okay? So if they were dangerous, they could have killed this officer. The other officer who's coming from out of the snow is shooting across at the other officers. It's basically a crossfire that they've set themselves up in. So it's amazingly incompetent if you look at it from a law enforcement perspective. But it is outright murder and attempted murder. If you watch this video, it's absolutely outrageous. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just one of the most amazing things that I've seen to superimpose the reality of what's going on with this lying video that the FBI put out about a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching when it first came out. We were watching it live, and I said, it's so hard to tell what's going on based off the angle it is. There's no sound. Yeah, and it was intentional. And then when you watch the video, you can clearly see the flashbangs going off, the bullets coming in. You can hear the police firing at that vehicle with the three in the back. You know, Ryan's trying to protect those two women in the back, and they're laying there screaming and crying, praying. So hopefully a lot of you people are going to have a chance to watch this video and for once actually see the truth of what happened in the murder of Levoy Finicum. This has been Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there was a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere, and that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.